Yo, what's good YouTube? My name is Chisha Z. I'm here again with a new video for you guys. I've got something different today. I'm going to be doing a reaction to Kevin Samuels. This is a video that he just recently posted. I'm talking like a few hours ago, right? Listen, you know the goal is 20K subscribers by this summer. So if you're not subscribed and you enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe. To my subscribers, I appreciate you very much. Without any further ado, let's get into it. All right, so this video is called Modern Women Are Angry That the World Isn't Fair. 3-on-1 real debate. Kevin Samuels versus 3 crazy feminists. No more waste of time. Let's get into this thing.
Hey guys, how we doing?
We're good, Kevin. How are you?
Good. So the ladies are in the middle. Her name is Sable.
Amanda, but close enough.
Amanda. The woman to her right, your name is?
Adriana.
Adriana, and the woman to your left?
Janina.
Janina. Okay, one of the things I kept hearing, my name is Kevin Samuels, by the way, nice to meet you. One of the things I kept hearing is the notion of fairness. Why is that so important to you, Amanda?
I hate to admit it, but I do. Like, I'm half a man. I'm just a pretty girl. And I don't think that I should have to accept less in life because I was born with different equipment. I think that's bullshit.
Well, if you're half a man, then you should understand this full concept that men don't care about fair.
I don't have to care about fair either.
No.
Let's go, Kevin. Let's go, Kevin. Let's go. You know, the thing I love about Kevin, man, is he's hot right out the gate. Listen, guys, I'm not going to do this the whole time. We're going to watch this interview. I'm sorry. Let's get back into this.
Men don't care about fair, or else we wouldn't conquer other people. You're of European descent. Looks like you're from the people are from the Caucasus Mountains, European descent. So
I am very white, yes.
That's fine. And some of them, and there's a lot, and between a lot of warring tribes, Germania, the Franks, if we cared about fairness, we would just let everybody stay on their land. Vikings wouldn't have raided and pillaged. England would have stayed on its island. Scotland would have been all right. Ireland would have been all right. Matter of fact, Hong Kong wouldn't have been a British protectorate for how many years? Oh, until the last, 30 or 40? Men don't care about fair. We conquer.
Men don't care about fair. We conquer. All facts. All facts, man. Kevin Samuels, let's get it, boy.
It's winners and losers. Straight up. Right? You're half a man.
I didn't know that only men were part of conquering.
Well, name me some great female warriors that have dominated the planet.
Well, I mean, I'm learning new education here, which is only men conquer.
No.
I mean, that's what you're telling me, right?
No. Well, see, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to switch that. I'm asking about fairness. And I said about fairness. Why is fairness so important? You said because you're half a man.
Because if you expect something of me, I should be allowed to expect the same of you. And if you can't offer me that, you don't deserve to be in my life.
But that has nothing to do with fairness.
It has everything to do with fairness.
No, fairness means you get an opportunity. Fairness doesn't mean you get an outcome.
Oh my God. This stuff is so crazy to me because these women act like, you know, I'm not just turning up from this one interview. I'm turning up from every single episode on Kevin Samuels' show. Fairness, right? Fairness means fairness of opportunity. You have the same options to go out and succeed and conquer things that a man can, right? But that doesn't mean you get fairness of the end result, right? You don't get fairness of the end result. That's all depends on the best performance. The best person wins. Now, in relation to fairness within relationships and dating, right? He's going to get into that and touch that a little bit more, but it's just mind-blowing to me that this is something that can't be grasped by a lot of Kevin Samuels' female guests, right? It's not the first time I've seen this. Let's get back into this.
You get an interview, you're not guaranteed a job.
No, you're not. But I work very, very hard to ensure that I keep it.
Well, if that's the case, if that's the case,
Right?
if that's the case, then if that's the case, you should be able to secure the things you want, so you should have no problem.
So this is going further than just relationships, guys. This is going to job opportunity and different things like that. Just want to clarify that. Let's get back into it.
Obviously not. Not when men are out here believing like you don't have to be fair.
Well, those two things can't exist in the same place.
Women haven't even been part of human history. It's just men, and all we care about is conquering.
Well, no. You just said you work very hard, so you should get the outcomes. See, if hard work was all that required, then we would almost be guaranteed. Hard work gets you a ticket to the dance. It doesn't guarantee you the top spot. How many? Who lost the Super Bowl, guys?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Can you say they worked hard this year?
Chiefs.
Very hard.
Number 2. Men don't worry about fairness. We worry about winning. And to the victor goes the spoils. Just like, you know what? How many times you've gotten to a club into VIP for free when some ugly chicks had to pay full price?
Is that my fault?
She said, is that my fault? No, it's not your fault, but that's not what he's talking about. So much deflection from the actual questions that Kevin Samuels is asking on the topic of fairness that he's trying to stay on. Listen, guys, we have to learn from this, right? We have to master the act, right, of making sure we stay on topic, especially people who are going to be dealing with like these type of conversations and running into feminists, right? There's been a while where people have been listening to women talk for a long time. And as a man, it's almost been an act of treason, right, to insert yourself in certain conversations that have to deal with like empowerment, especially with women, right? But this right here is very important. Let's get back into it.
No. I've asked how many times it happened before we go down that path.
I mean, plenty of times in Miami.
Exactly, but that's not fair, is it?
Well, please don't forget I'm not from here.
But that's not the point, ma'am. That's not fair, is it?
I also don't care about those things.
But so you only care about fairness when it doesn't benefit you.
I just don't go to clubs that often.
But that's not the point. I asked you, how many times have you gone to a club where you got in for free, where ugly chicks or less attractive chicks had to pay? And you know that's happened. You didn't say, excuse me, sir. Even though I'm attractive, I demand that you charge me full price.
Come on.
That's fair, right?
Okay, so because I
fair?
into places and get
Is that fair?
that means that I should
Is that
get.
fair? Before we go that, I'll answer your question if you at least answer mine. Is that fair?
Life isn't fair.
Answer the question. Answer the question. Stop deflecting. Stop deflecting. Answer the question. I couldn't. This is just beyond me, man. Beyond me. Let's get back into it.
Well, if that's the case, you accept it in the sexual marketplace too.
It doesn't mean I have to accept other people's
No.
bullshit.
Well, see, the thing is, ma'am, see what you've proven, like many feminists and many women, you're okay with the double standards that benefit you. But the ones you don't like, you just throw at the wind, use sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right to deflect and dismiss guys who are normally intimidated by this thing. I'm not. I'm just challenging your positions. You're okay with it not.
The Godfather has spoken. Let's go.
Being fair when it benefits you.
You're oversimplifying a very complex situation.
No, it's not really complex. There are no such thing as loyal. The concept of a loyal, highly effective, competitive alpha is a female notion.
And have to continue to compete with other pretty girls because men are too simple to stick with one.
Well, how about this? The kind of men you're talking about is simple enough to make the lights you live in, the air conditioning, all the stuff that you... Hold on, excuse me.
This is so important, man. We live in an era, right, where men ain't shit. Where men ain't shit. They're not respected, right? Why should we respect men? Well, because you walk into a house and you turn on your air conditioning, right? Because when you go start your car, it starts because it was made the right way by men. Oh, but women do those jobs too. Yes, right? I understand. Yeah, there are women law enforcement too. No, but men, the majority of men protect you. Yeah, but they're still women. What percentage of women are law enforcement? It's not more than 13%. I think it's like 12 or maybe a little bit like 12.5, but it's not more than 12.5. Listen. Women have equal opportunity right now to enter all these fields, but they don't go running into these fields. Why? Because it goes against their nature. It's not in their nature to naturally want to be policemen. to naturally want to risk their lives, right? Working in stores, to be a glazer and hanging on the side of a building, right? Risking your life. So when you get to that building and you're looking out the window at the hotel room, you're saying, oh my gosh, this place is so beautiful. But who built that place? Who put those windows there? It was a glazer. It was a man who was willing to risk his life for $30 an hour, right? And for that, you got to give a little bit of respect, right? Men are something, but what they ain't is shit. Men are to be respected, and it's about time men have a voice and start speaking up against this feminism craziness. Let's get back into it.
Ma'am, the simple men built the world that you use.
I built my own world. So
No, ma'am, you use the world we built. No, ma'am, you use the world men built. Name me 5 great female inventors. I'll give you what? Madam Curie.
I can't believe you. So you're telling me that men and
No, ma'am, I just asked you a question, and you just no. You go see. You're answering questions with questions. You're talking about building. Name me 5 great female inventors or builders. Madam Curie.
5 inventors or builders? That's a really great question. That really is. Yeah, I was gonna. Well, also I don't remember the lady's name, but there's a bunch of buildings in Miami.
Go on and do it. Go on and do it. She's afraid. Go on and do it. Go on and get on in there, baby girl. You got it.
Miami.
Listen, one thing I try to do is I tried to find who these girls were on Instagram, and you heard the names earlier, and what I basically found is they're just, I didn't see that they were feminist on their actual Instagram, but they definitely speak that feminist rhetoric and they've bought into it, and that makes them feminists, right? They live by feminist ideals. So we're going to call them feminists because we don't look at what you say, we look at your actions. And they are the typical woman, which is perfect for a situation like this because we don't need a woman here who's talking about things that the average woman isn't going to understand, right? This is a woman's logic who's bought into feminism and really doesn't understand that she's deluded in the way that she thinks, right? She's a little bit in delusion land with the way that she sees certain concepts and ideas and looks at society and men and doesn't realize how much she needs men. Anyways, let's get back into it.
Miami was established by a woman.
Congratulations. But the Miami, the land was established by, but this country was first landed by who? Men or women?
Men.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
And see, the thing is, I've done this show about survival, and you can go back to Bear Grylls Island number 2. Man, you can only be a feminist in a first world country.
There's a hierarchy of needs. You are correct. We
don't need you.
College.
And we don't need you. You need us.
Great. I don't need you either.
No, we don't need you for survival. You need us for survival.
Okay, so
what I'm trying to get you to understand, ma'am, is you have a right to your opinions.
Obviously, I don't have a right to anything.
Well, no, you have a right to believe what you want, but the thing is, you're not allowed to the outcome. You're allowed to have an opinion, just like men are allowed to have an opinion, and you don't have to compete or deal in a situation that you deem is unfair. But you can't complain about the rules that are already set.
Come on now.
You like the rules that benefit you, getting into the club for free, but you don't like the rules that benefit men. High value men have the leverage.
Back to you because I'm 31 years old and I'm getting a little fed up of these men kind of attacking.
Oh, she's losing it. She's 31 and she's fed up with men. I'm sorry, you hit the wall and now you're upset. I am sorry. But she's losing it. She's losing that cool. Let's get back into this.
Me. I do not go to clubs anymore. So please stop with your double standard bullshit. I work in a man's world, and if anything, I've had to work 5 times as hard in this world as a man.
Hold up, man. I don't think she knows who she's talking to, man. I don't think she knows who she's talking to, man. Somebody better let her know she's talking to the Godfather, man. I don't think she knows who she's talking to. I've actually never heard anybody really get it Kevin like this. So this is going to be interesting because a lot of women say, Kevin, he treats white women better. He doesn't really, get on them as much as he does black women. But let's see. Whoa.
And to get where I am. So
well, hold on now. Since you want to tell me you're 31 years old and had to work in a man's world, that's a privilege. If you don't, here's the thing, ma'am. You say the problems with men. The only one that's complaining about the double standard harshly is you.
Yes,
it benefits you too.
Benefits.
Okay, well, here's the thing, ma'am. If you don't ma'am, you're a competent woman, correct?
Okay, so I should quit my job and never.
No, you should build Amazonia. and make it the female utopia that benefits women.
I probably should after
Well, then
listening.
go ahead.
I agree with you.
Then you'd have to actually build something. You'd have to put your mouth where you'd have to put your brawn where your mouth is.
I don't understand what you're saying again.
I'm saying that you came at me with the same line. I've had to put up at 31 years old and deal with men's bullshit. You're living in a first world country. You're in Miami, one of the most posh places on the planet, complaining about double standards.
What Kevin is saying here is she's complaining about first world problems, right? She's complaining about things that only privileged people can complain about. She's not lacking bare essential needs. Why? Because gas, water, food, electricity, all those things have been made easy by who? Men. Listen, we should not be afraid to say these things. How did we get to the point where we are afraid to say that men built this world? It doesn't take away from what women did, but we shouldn't be afraid to say that men did what's necessary, and we should applaud those men. We should applaud blue-collar workers, right? We should applaud people who are in the trenches and getting it, right? We should applaud people who are on the forefront of technology. These men should be applauded. We're no longer going to sit here and act like what we see doesn't exist, right? It ends today, man. It ends now. Back into this video.
You participate in the
I
nerve.
corrected you that I don't go to clubs, so you're
Hey, ma'am, I just gave an example. You've been to clubs. I didn't say you continue to go. That's not the point now, is it? But see, that's another way of you trying to get me online and then correcting me because I'm a dumb man. I get the point.
No, you're very rude and very aggressive.
No, I'm very direct. And when you were doing this to the men, you had no problem showing your dick. I'm just acknowledging your balls. Because you're a tough woman.
Why? Why should I
Why?
just
Because I'm just giving what you give. I'm reflecting back what you give to people. But see, the thing is, you're okay giving this to people.
Okay.
I'm just challenging what you think.
These were my opinions when I came in here. I'm the one that presented these opinions.
I just listened to you for 2 nights say these things, and I'm just talking to you one-on-one. And you're not backing down. I'm just challenging what you say, man.
Listen to a bunch of weak ass men tell me that I'm not attractive and I'm not this and I'm not that because I am not going to back down and listen to somebody.
Okay, are you saying the men in the room with you are a bunch of weak ass men?
If you think that I should have to accept less than
No,
you,
ma'am, I don't think you should have to do anything you don't want to. You're a free person. But I'm trying to understand, who are the weak ass men you're referring to?
Amazonia, because
Who are the weak ass men you're referring to? Who are the weak ass men you're referring to?
what did I just say? Do I
I
need
didn't
to?
hear you because you kind of start talking over me. So could you repeat it? A bunch of weak ass men doing what?
Yes. When somebody sits here and tells me I need to accept an unfair situation, that if we applied it to anything else in life other than men and women, wouldn't be accepted by everybody in this room. But you're going to tell me that, I'm going to tell you that's bullshit. And that's not fair.
Okay, can I give a response?
There's a million issues in our culture and society today that people are fighting for fairness. But yet I'm sitting here saying, hey, I'm allowed to expect it too. And I'm going to be attacked and told.
Okay, can I respond now?
Different.
Okay, no, let me tell you something. First of all, men don't worry about fair. The sexual marketplace is not fair. All is fair in love and war. It's not fair. There are guys that's out there that you wouldn't give the time of day who could.
All is fair in love and war. All is fair in love and war. There's no rules in love and war. That's what that quote means. Right? Back into this video.
Have a harder goal because they don't get your marker. Oh no, ma'am, I'll let you speak.
You don't know that.
No, I know that you don't give every man a chance is what I do know.
You don't. Well, actually, you don't know that at all.
Okay, are you saying that you are the one female on the planet that will give every man who wanted you a shot?
No, I am not.
Okay, then.
Oh my God, man. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't make this stuff up. I don't know how much longer I'm going to watch of this. I'm 20 minutes in already. I think 20 minutes in, still has a ways to go. Let's see how far I get.
And I can assume that was correct. Let's move on. Let's not get lost in. Okay, that's a deflection. Let's not get lost in that. You're talking about unfairness. Where in the world is it fair like you need it to be?
Is it fair for you here in America?
No, ma'am. I ask you, where in the world is it fair? Like, I'm not complaining about it. I deal with it.
Do you guys see the deflection, right? He asked her, where else in the world is it fair like you're complaining it is, right? Where else in the world? The job market. That's not fair. Why? Because the best man wins who shows up to the interview. Looking at sports, the best performer wins, right? You're looking at any other aspect of life, literally any other aspect of life. And what Kevin is asking is, where else is it fair? And she says, is it fair for you? Notice how she doesn't want to answer the question, because to answer the question would reveal that she is delusional. That she is delusional. She's delusional. You get me? Amazing. Amazing to see this, because it really shows you what you're up against, man. You're up against pure 100% delusion, right? Seeing things which are not there. Back into this video.
I deal with the unfairness and overcome it because I'm a man and I can deal with it. And I'm asking you, where is this place? Where's this ideal place? Where's the ideal model?
It exists.
Exactly.
There's 3 women here sitting like here never wanting to go on a date again.
Well, no. How about not wanting to go on a date? What's happened in this world more than anything else is mankind has learned how to get along with each other since recorded history. But along around the 60s, when the National Organization for Women, the ERA, Phyllis Schlafly, she was on our side. When all this stuff came in, feminism, second wave, feminism, I'm a feminist. I believe in feminism. Feminism is about choice.
So you really
Excuse
are.
me, ma'am. Feminism in its true form is about choice.
Yeah, we don't have a choice right now with what's going on.
Watch. I want you to pay close attention, right? As soon as Kevin starts to make sense, factual sense about the topic at hand, the girl in the middle who was the loudest walks away. That act of defiance right there, right? That goes way beyond logic and understanding. You're not talking or debating to reach to a conclusion. You're just talking and debating because you're frustrated about reality and life, facts, right? Meaning there's literally nothing you can do in this life to fix that one person, to make that person happy. You need to drop that person, either in conversation, but of course he's going to keep going because it's a debate, or in real life. When it comes to accountability, right? Because there's people who are never going to have these type of topics, but you know, they may be able to admit it in other ways. But when it comes to accountability, at that point, it was time for her to accept accountability that she was wrong. She couldn't do it. Her pride was too much, so she walked away. Listen, that's a poison. Do not allow it in your life. It ends here. Man, we got to start standing up. I'm going to stop the video right there. As far as I'm concerned, this interview, this debate is over. It's over. As far as I'm concerned, it's over, man. Kevin came through. As soon as that girl got up and she let her emotions get the best of her and she walked away, as a man, you know, right? You know how this works. It means that, okay, she's given up, right? She couldn't handle the heat, like Kevin said, right? And it's over to me. Kevin has made his point. You can actually go check out this video in its entirety on Kevin's channel. Listen, guys, overall, I think what we can learn from this is the importance of these type of discussions. When men and women talk together and break down the problems, right, that women are claiming to have, the inequality, you really see that it's not truly about equality, but it's about women not wanting men to be men. They don't like the competition. They don't like that there is a head, right? They don't like that there is an alpha. They don't like to take a back seat. But men aren't just going to stop and wait and feel sorry for you and give up because it's not in their nature. You're not going to ask a lion to not hunt for that day. Every day a lion wakes up, he knows he has to catch the slowest gazelle or he will starve that day. That same sense of hunger, right, of production, of purpose has been put into men. You're asking men to change something that is within them, that God placed in them, that you simply can't change. We're not talking about being good people here. We're talking about the laws of the universe, of nature. But those laws of nature will not change. Men aren't going to change. Men are going to conquer. Men are not going to be fair, right? Because we understand that in order to be on top, in order to survive, in order to not die off, amongst ourselves, amongst men, we must conquer one another. The weakest must perish. I'm sorry, that's the way it was set up. And whether you like that or not, it is what it is. Anyways, guys, great interview. I think that conversation was very productive. Listen, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. It really helps boost up my channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time checking out my channel. Remember, the goal is 20K by the summer. My name is Chisha. I'm out. Peace.